Hello, and welcome to Big Orbit Games unboxing video, the new Wave 8 X-Wing miniature, the Ghost expansion from the Rebel series. My name is Simon, and I'll be doing the unboxing today. So what I'm going to do is just open this up, if I can get the cellophane off to start with, and I'll show you what's inside. So this is the single Rebel ship from the new Wave 8, so this is everything the Rebels are getting, and I say everything. You're getting quite a lot in here, so miniature there, which I'll go through towards the end of the video, because what I'll show you first is all the cards and stuff you get with it, because you get plenty in here. All you gotta do is get it out of the box. So, by box. So there we go. So I'm just gonna zoom the camera back in, because you don't need it quite so far out now for the giant box to fit in the view. So you get a little pamphlet in there which goes through everything you get in here, and you get a lot in here. So there's all your components and all your tokens and stuff. Then you've got your ship cards and the shuttle ship cards. And you've got 16 upgrade cards in there. And if you notice, you only get 2 dorsal turrets, everything else is single. So there's loads of cards in here. Then we open this up and we get some of the new rules. So, special firing arc. So the VCX 100, which is the official name of the type of ship that the Ghost is. So basically it can fire torpedoes. A ship with the icon can attack an enemy ship that is at range 1 to 3 inside its standard or special firing arc. So it's denoted by these dotted lines and the symbol, which means it's allowed to fire torpedoes out that way. Apart from that, obviously there's also the Phantom title card, which introduces a docked ship. So the Phantom has the ability to have so the Phantom title card allows players to dock ships to a carrier ship such as the VCX 100. So dock ships and their upgrade cards are placed on the side of the player area and considered to be inactive for all purposes until the ship flies away from it. So you can deploy the Phantom from the Ghost, and you do this by basically making a maneuver and then sort of flying away from it, which is really interesting. Now, by the way, you can't redock, unfortunately, so this is like a one-shot, and you can't start deployed separately. It does have to deploy itself. But this is a really interesting ship, very unique, so very cool to look at. You also get Mission 15 in here, Sabotage, for those of you who like playing the missions, and then the maneuvers at the back here. You can see the Ghost itself has got a fairly standard sort of maneuver dial with quite a few reds on there, and then we've got the attack shuttles, which is a little bit of a lower speed one, but practically identical, just shifting where the greens are, that's all. So that's everything in that reference sheet, and the first few times you play this you might want to keep that to hand. So we've got lots of tokens and cards in here, so let me just get them all out of the packaging. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly show you the tokens first. So we have here, I think it's one of the bomb tokens. I think it's used in the mission, I believe. Not entirely sure, feel free to correct me. It just popped out of there, unfortunately. So you've got sort of like the new tokens here for the missions and stuff like that. You've got your ship tokens here. And then also, oh, they're already punching out. They don't usually fall out that quickly. And then on the back here, you've also got the maneuver dials for your 2 ships, and then your ship tokens also for the Phantom itself. So that's all your big wad of tokens. So what about the cards? Well, I'll show you the upgrade cards in a moment. Let's go through the ship cards first. So for the Ghost itself, we have, and I'm going to mispronounce this horribly, Hera. I've probably horribly butchered that, I'm so sorry. So this is interesting stats. So pilot skill 7, 4 attack, 0 defense, 10 hull and 6 shields. And this is one giant tank of a ship. Shame it's got no defense, but it can take a beating. So her ability is when you reveal, I should remember these things, sorry. When you reveal a green or red maneuver, you may rotate your dial to another maneuver of the same difficulty. So that's an interesting one. You can sort of confuse your opponent and switch directions. Interesting. Actions, we have focus, target lock, and evade. And then upgrade bar, I always forget the name of that one. I think it's sensors or something. So sorry, I always forget that one. We have turrets, 2 torpedoes, and 2 crew. Now it does come in a whopping 40 points. So this is a hefty purchase right off the start before you even start adding upgrades into it like the Phantom. So, but with that much hull and shield, oof. Then we have Cannon Jerris. So down to pilot skill 5, still the same stats on the ship, but new ability. When an enemy ship at range 1 to 2 is attacking, you may spend a focus token, and if you do, the attacker rolls 1 fewer attack die. That's an interesting use of focus tokens, and does stop the opponent getting so many dice in when they're at close range. Effectively at range 1 it negates their extra dice for the range bonus, so cool, nice defensive ability. And again, same actions and upgrades, but coming in 2 points less at 38. Then we have Chopper. Same stats, but a pilot skill 4. And at the start of the combat phase, each enemy ship you are touching receives 1 stress token. So it does mean sort of a little bit of colliding there, but passing out stress tokens. Nice. Again, same upgrades, same actions, and just 1 point less. Then we have Lothal Rebel. So pilot skill 3, same stats, no ability, same action bar, same upgrades as well, and just 35 points. And now we're on to the Phantom. So we have Hera in the Phantom. Pilot skill 7, so it's got 3 attack, 2 defense, 2 hull, and 2 shield. So it's not bad, it's like an upgraded little headhunter really. And when you reveal a green or red maneuver, you may rotate your dial to another maneuver of the same difficulty. So it's the same ability, but now just in the Ghost. Action bar is now, is now the same. Sorry, the action bar is now the focus, barrel roll instead of target lock, and evade. And then the upgrade cards, we have elite pilot talent, the turret, and the crew. And it clocks in at 22 points. Then we have Sabine Wren. So pilot skill 5, 3-2-2-2 again. Immediately before you reveal your maneuver, you may perform a free boost or barrel roll action. That's pretty cool, so reposition yourself. And then you can do the same again with the actions. And also has the same upgrades at 21 points, so 1 point less for different ability, but a drop in pilot skill 2. Then we have Ezra Bridger, and this is pilot skill 4, same stats down the side. When defending, if you are stressed, you may change up to 2 of your focus results to an evade. And being stressed in this game is very easy to do. Plenty of actions, same actions as well, same upgrades. 20 points for that one. And then we have Zeb, who's pilot skill 3. And when defending, you may cancel crit results before attack results. So that's a very beneficial defensive ability there. Same actions, but loses the elite pilot talent upgrade slot, and at 18 points. Then we have the Cluster Mines reference card and bomb tokens. This one upside down for some reason, including your Coronet and thermal detonators. So reference cards useful to keep to decide if you're playing these for the first time. So the upgrades. So we've got a reprint here first up, which is Predator. Probably one of the upgrade cards I see probably the most frequently. So pilot talent, 3 points, and while attacking you may reroll 1 attack die. If the defender's pilot skill value is 2 or lower though, you may instead reroll up to 2 attack die. So really good against swarms, but generally good against everyone, because being able to reroll attack dice is very beneficial. So always recommend Predator. Get one in there. So you get reinforced deflectors. So this is large ships only. It's 3 points, and after you suffer 3 or more damage from 1 attack, recover 1 shield. So obviously up to your shield value. So good at tanking, good at keeping your ship alive. However, it does require your opponent to get that 3 damage in. If they're crafty, they'll try and make sure it's only 2 or less. And again, you'd have to discard it either though. So I like that. That's good. Then we have the Dorsal Turrets. So only 2 attack dice, only range 1 to 2 as well. And it does cost 3 points. But when you attack, if this attack is at range 1, you get an additional attack die, and that's on top of your range bonus. So if you are at range 1, that's 4 dice off of the dorsal turret. Can't complain at that. You get 2 of those. We have advanced proton torpedoes, another reprint. 5 dice, however, is only range 1, costs a whopping 6 points, but you can change up to 3 of your blank results to focus results, which means for a single focus you get at least 3 hits in. What's not to like with those ones, apart from the incredibly short range. Then we have Chopper, costs 0 points, it's rebel only, funnily enough. You may perform actions even while you are stressed, and after you perform an action while you're stressed, you suffer damage. Oh, it sounded so good for 0 points, but it could be what you need to get yourself out of a tight situation. And again, because there's so much hull on this ship, that's not too big a downside either for suffering that little bit of damage. Then we have Ezra. When attacking, if you are stressed, you may change one of your focus results to a crit result. That's pretty cool. So benefiting you from being stressed. And he only costs 3 points for that. Quite good ability, I find. Then we have Hera. Oh, yeah, of course, Hera's the Twi'lek. Sorry, should have remembered that. I'm terrible with names. Rebel only. You can reveal and execute red maneuvers even while you are stressed. You can see there's a lot of abuse of stress around in this set. 1 point for the crew. And yeah, that's just, it's good. It's nice to be able to have that flexibility. Then we have Cannon. He's 3 points, and once per round, after a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 executes a white maneuver, you may remove a stress token from that ship. Now you can see how these are all starting to sort of work together. Then we have Sabine. Your upgrade bar gains the bomb upgrade icon. Once per round before a friendly bomb token is removed, choose one enemy ship at range 1 of that token and they suffer 1 damage. That's pretty interesting. Coming in at 2 points, and then you do need to buy a bomb on top to utilise this, so interesting. Could be useful. Then we have Zeb. He's 1 point, and then enemy ships inside your firing arc that you're touching are not considered to be touching you when either you or they activate during the combat phase. So basically it allows you to shoot them. That's the long and short of it. Because otherwise you're not allowed to fire at targets that close to you. So cool. Then we have the cluster mines. So this is 4 point bomb. And then when a ship's base or maneuver template overlaps cluster mine, that token detonates, and then you've got the reference cards for explaining the damage and stuff they take. We have the Coronet, which I believe is a reprint. When a ship's base or maneuver template overlaps this token, it detonates. Again, we've got the Coronet on here, which, if you remember right, they suffer damage, you can get 2 ion tokens and skip the perform action step. Then we have the thermal detonators. So when you reveal your maneuver dial, you may discard this card to drop one thermal detonator token, and this token detonates at the end of the activation phase. Now, thermal detonator tokens, enemy ships at range 1 of the tokens suffer 1 damage and a stress token. So, kind of cool for 3 point bomb. Then we have the Ghost title. So, equip the Phantom title card to a friendly attack shuttle and dock it to this ship. After you execute a maneuver, you may deploy it from your rear guides. So this is a 0 point title, and it gives you access to the Phantom title. So the Phantom is, while you are docked, the Ghost can perform primary weapon attacks from its special firing arc. And at the end of the combat phase, it may perform an additional attack with an equipped turret. If it performs this attack, it cannot attack again this round. Basically, you can double tap, which a lot of players are saying about how nasty this is going to be, and in testing it seems like it is going to be absolutely brutal. So expect to see this combination being used by robot players quite a bit. And again, they'll keep the Phantom probably attached, docked to the Ghost for as long as possible, because it has a rule that when it's destroyed you can undock it. So they'll keep it docked as long as they can to get that additional shot in for as long as they can. And can you blame them? 2 shots, why not? So that's all your cards in there. So let's try and get this beast of a model out. So I'm going to show you, if I can get him out, I'm going to show you the shuttle first, the little attack shuttle, and it really is tiny. It's a cute little shuttle. It very much reminds me of Battlestar Galactica, the design of it. There's just something about it. And the giant guns on the front, because who doesn't like giant guns on an attack shuttle? So the detailing of it seems quite good. Again, because of where it's come from, then obviously the FG probably should have had a lot of help with the actual design of it, so if there's any faults with the designs, that's completely Disney's fault. But the moulding seems pretty good. The paint seems alright. Again, I'm not a fan of the actual colour scheme. It seems a bit bland, but it is what it is. So that's the attack shuttle itself. So let's show you Ghost, who's a great big lump of plastic. Here he is. Absolutely huge ship. Very bright and colourful as well, lots of all the different colours. I like it, but I'm also looking forward to seeing people repaint this in some interesting patterns, because it is a little bit sort of bish-bosh. And again, if the actual paint scheme itself, I can't decide if it's designed to be this little bit worn or if it just hasn't come out very well from the factory, but still. But yeah, so here we have it, the giant Ghost ship. It's an absolutely massive model for the range for a large ship. It is absolutely huge. Detailing seems okay. It's a bit bland on the bottom. Not a huge amount going on there. And again, they haven't coloured the engines in, which is a shame, but lots of nice detailing in there. Lots of details from the top, especially from the front with the cockpit and stuff. That's pretty cool to see. You can also sort of see where the shuttle fits, which is quite cool. You can see it attached, and I bet you someone is going to modify it so that bit slides off when you detach it, so which I would love to see, and if anyone ever sees a tutorial for that, let me know. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of the actual design of the ship itself. It looks like a very strange Falcon to me, which, speaking of, here is the Millennium Falcon next to it. Convenient. So you can see them side by side there. You can see it's difficult to obviously do that sort of view on a camera, but you see it's wider than the Falcon is, longer than the Falcon is, if only because of the virtue of the engines, but it is absolutely massive compared to it. And again, it's a lot. The Falcon's quite a thin ship, but you can see how big this is. You can just see how chunky it is, and it's shown from underneath as well. There's so much more ship there on the Ghost. It doesn't feel like it should be a large ship. It feels like it should be an extra large, like a new class of ship, I'll be honest with you. So yeah, like I said, unfortunately on camera it's difficult to show you them next to each other, just to show you how wide and big it is, but again, still disappointed that they never colour in the engines. But I should be used to that by now by waving. But yeah, there you go, that's it compared to the Falcon. There we go. So yeah, so that is the Ghost ship. Like I said, I'm not overly impressed with the design of it, but then I really love the punching one because it's asymmetrical design, it's different, it's interesting. I'm just not a huge fan of that, but then it's not bad, it's just personal preference, I think. But there we go. So that is everything in the Ghost expansion. So loads of stuff there for Rebel players. I think this ship's going to be played quite a lot, I'd imagine. You get some really good upgrades in here. There's lots of interesting choice with the crews, such a good mix of abilities. The ability to have the shuttle and dock and fly around separately is really cool and interesting. Because previously we've really only seen that with the Nashta Pup, which only exited when the ship blew up. And then with the Gazanti Cruiser, but again that can only be played in Epic, so this will actually potentially see playing in tournament lists. And yeah, so I'm intrigued to see it being played, although I imagine, as I said, pretty much every time you see it, it's going to be with the Ghost and Phantom titles attached, so, because why would you not? But then they're using up half their points on the ship. So, but yeah, so there we go. That is everything in the Ghost expansion. So remember, everything you've seen here today can be bought and sold on our website, bigorbitcards.co.uk, as individual components. So each individual card, token and model can all be bought and sold into our website. So keep that in mind. Check out my other videos. I'll also be unboxing the rest of Wave 8, so check those out. Remember to like and subscribe to catch those. And apart from that, that is everything from me. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.